Bespoke process generally starts with a 9-inch rod of material. This rod came from Crosscut Creations and is called Grape Soda. I'll put a link to Crosscut Creations in the video description, and you can check out all of their amazing blanks. You might notice in the photo there already is a section laying next to the rod. I happened to have a section that I made several months back from another blank that matches very well with this Grape Soda blank. I'll put a link to the video where I make a section so you can follow along with that process. Measure off 2.6 inches or 66.04 millimeters and remove that piece from the main blank. For the body blank, measure 3.5 to 3.8 inches or somewhere between 88.92 millimeters and 96.53 millimeters. Remove this piece from the main blank. Rods of material are never true, so I use pin jaws to hold one end of the blank while I true the other. Turn the rod down to 3/4 of an inch, flip it around, place it in a collet chuck, and face the end of the blank. With a 31/64" bit, drill a hole to a depth of 1.3 inches or 33.02 millimeters. With a 7/16" bit, drill a hole to 2.3 inches or 58.42 millimeters. With an M13 by 0.8 tap the blank to a minimum of 0.375 inches or 9.53 millimeters. Using the body and section from another pin, test the cap blank for proper fit. Turn the end of the cap exposed from the collet chuck down to roughly 15 millimeters. Remove the cap from the collet chuck and set it aside to begin work on the body blank. Place the body blank into the pin jaws and true one end to roughly 3/4 of an inch. Flip the body blank around and place it into a collet chuck. Square the face of the body. Place a mark on the body blank at 0.310 inches or 7.89 millimeters from the end of the blank. Turn a tenon on the newly marked section of the blank down to 12.99 millimeters. Cut a chamfer on the front of the tenon and a relief on the back. Using an M13 by 0.8 die, lubricate the tenon and cut threads to the shoulder of the blank. Flip the die 180 degrees and rerun the threads to ensure they are all cut to the same depth. Thread your cap blank onto the body blank. Using the body blank as a mandrel, bring up your live center for support and turn the cap to the desired shape. Sand your cap to remove the tooling marks and give it a nice finish. Micromesh the blank using all 9 pads. I like to micromesh for 9 seconds per pad, wiping the slurry off the blank between pads. Apply a wax to the blank and buff it on the buffing wheels. Your blank will have a brilliant shine, and you will have also set the diameter of the body blank so that when the cap and body are together, you have the perfect fit. Let's turn our attention to the end of the cap where there is a dimple from the live center. Very carefully true the end of your blank until the dimple is removed. Micromesh the end of the cap using all of the pads. Apply a liberal amount of wax and buff the end of the cap to a brilliant shine. Here's a look at the finished cap, end, surface, and threads. Using an S-bit, lubricate the bit and drill into the body blank to a depth of 3 inches or 76.2 millimeters. Using an M10 by 1 tap the body blank to a minimum of 0.375 inches or 9.53 millimeters. Test fit your section to make sure it fits nicely against the body tenon. Place a mandrel with M10 by 1 threads into your collet chuck, flip the body blank around onto the mandrel, bring up your live center for support, and turn your body to the desired shape. Bear in mind, if you wish for the cap to be postable, the end of the body must be less than the 12 millimeter diameter of the inside of the cap. Sand the body blank to remove the tooling marks and give it a nice surface finish. Measure the body blank from the end of the threaded tenon out to 3 inches. 3 inches is the depth we drilled into the blank. Make a mark about 3/8 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch past that point. Bring up your live center and part off the newly marked section. Remove the live center and part off the end of the blank to remove the dimple created by the live center. If you decided to make your body blank postable, now would be a good time to test the cap on the body to ensure you turn the body down to the proper diameter. Micromesh the body blank, including the end, using all 9 pads. Be sure to wipe away the slurry between pads. Apply a liberal amount of wax to your blank and buff it to a brilliant shine. Here are a couple of photos of our beautifully finished Bespoke fountain pen. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video useful, and remember, you are always welcome in my shop. Come back and see me again real soon, and have a great evening.